A shocking shift from Hungary is shaking global politics. Could Israel's Prime Minister actually be detained if he steps onto an European Union country? That's big. So let's decode this in a simplest way. Ladies and gentlemen, a major diplomatic storm is building in Europe. And at the center of it is Benjamin Netanyahu. Hungary, a country that was once seen as one of the strongest supporters in the European Union, is now sending a very different kind of message. One that could have serious legal consequences. So here's what's really happening. The International Criminal Court issued an arrest warrant in 2024 over alleged war crime. Now, countries that are members of this court, they are expected to follow its rules, right? That means if a person with an active warrant enters their territory, they can be legally required to detain that person. And this is where Hungary becomes the story. Earlier, under former Prime Minister Viktor Orban, Hungary had taken a firm stand. It would not act on such warrants against Benjamin Netanyahu. In fact, there were clear signals of political support and protection here. But now things are changing. Hungary's new leadership under Peter Magyar, it is hinting at a completely different approach. The message coming out is simple, yet it's very powerful. If Hungary is part of ICC system, it must follow the international law. That could mean enforcing the warrant if Mr. Netanyahu enters their country. And this is a big shift because it's not about one leader or one visit. It's about whether international courts actually have power or whether politics can override them. And you know what, the story, it does not stop there. Across Europe, countries are divided. Some major nations are hesitant to act on the warrant, worried about diplomatic fallout, political backlash, and strategic ties with Israel. Others believe that ignoring such orders, it could weaken the entire idea of global justice. So now Europe is facing a tough question. Do you follow the law or protect the political alliance here? And you know what, at the very same time, this situation is being closely watched around the globe. If a country like Hungary actually moved towards enforcing the whole warrant, it could set a very strong precedent. Other nations could be forced to take a clearer stand here. But if a country continues to avoid the action, it could raise doubts about how effective international institutions really are. Well, it's important because this is bigger than just one case. It's about credibility of global justice system. It's about whether powerful leaders can be held accountable far beyond their own borders. And it is about how far countries are willing to go when law and politics actually collide. In the end, Hungary's shift is not just a policy change. It's a test of international law, a test of political courage, and a test of whether global rules apply equally to everybody or not. And the biggest question now is, if the moment comes, will countries act or step back?